Here are 3 common mistakes you're likely making in your freestyle pull. The first common mistake is pulling across the body's midline. This occurs during the pull phase when the hand and arm cross the torso. This isn't very efficient and it's going to result in a loss of power and force because most of your power will be coming from the triceps and the internal rotation of your shoulder instead of incorporating the chest and lats as well. Your core isn't also going to be engaged a lot. This also means that you're going to be pushing water sideways unnecessarily when your hand moves inwards, which is a huge waste of energy that could be used to pull yourself forwards. Once your hand is inwards, you don't have to move it back to your side in its original position, once again making yourself push water sideways, resulting in a wiggling motion, which is going to cause wasted movement and energy. This occurs because you're rotating too far into the water with your shoulder and pushing it too deep. This is going to cause a lot more of a load to be placed on it, which could result in a greater chance of shoulder injury. So instead, your pull should be straight by your side. So as soon as your hand enters the water, extend it forwards and pull back without crossing the body's midline. Single arm freestyle drill is great for correcting this, even better if you have paddles. Freestyle with a kickboard as well, with your hands holding the corners. Practicing your stroke is also a great drill. The second mistake is not finishing your pull. So it's really common for swimmers to cut their pull short and not go all the way to the thigh. See, with this, you're missing out on that little bit extra propulsion from pushing the water back slightly more. Yes, it might come with a higher stroke rate, but the trade-off is not worth it. See, with your pull ball, the outside of your thumb should brush the thigh on every single stroke. So when you're doing this, make sure your elbow remains high to maintain a strong hold of the water and to keep that propulsion constant. Once that elbow drops when you're pulling, your hold of the water is gone and you lose almost all power, and it's really hard to get that back. And as a bonus tip, make sure that your wrist is dorsiflexed at the end of the pull. So if you were to hold your arm straight, dorsiflexion is when you point your wrist and fingers upwards towards the ceiling, and this is what you want to hold throughout our pull. And once again, a great drill to practice this is single arm freestyle, especially with a kickboard. The final common problem is not having an early vertical forearm. So as soon as your hand enters the water and fully extends, it needs to be prepared to pull that water back as soon as possible. So what a common mistake is to let the arm drop or sink before pulling back. And what's bad is that the hand isn't in an optimal position if it's sunk, because large amounts of drag are going to be created when you try and pull back by bending your elbow initially, because your hand is already going to be too deep in the water to maximize the propulsion generated, and you're not going to be able to use your lats and core to pull back effectively. Instead, your elbow and forearm should be bent early at a 90-degree angle, with the elbows close to the surface of the water as possible. This needs to happen as soon as the hand finishes extending after it's entered the water. So a great cue when you're pulling is to have your elbows pointing towards the opposite end of the pull.